Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Let's begin. First up, false tsunami warning sent to New Englanders, others across U.S. Let's take a listen to the video.
We run a surf shop called Levitate, and out of Levitate, we decided to throw the biggest community-oriented music and arts festival on the East Coast.
National Weather Service confirms a push notification sent out bearing a tsunami warning was a false alarm. The alert was sent to some East Coasters Tuesday, but the AP reports it was a glitch during a routine test. But it certainly looked real to some users, with NWS said to be investigating the error. AccuWeather also called the warning a test in a tweet, writing, "No tsunami warning is in effect for the East Coast of the U.S." This comes, of course, on the heels of the false ballistic alert in Hawaii in January. The Hawaii Emergency Management Agency employee who sent the alert has since been fired, with Reuters reporting the worker did it intentionally, mistaking an alert drill for a real attack.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Malcolm Butler releases statement on Super Bowl benching. Let's take a listen to the video from WCVB Boston.
Patriots coach Bill Belichick, Dan, said this morning is that a lot goes into it. And yes, from what I understand, there are several factors that led Malcolm Butler, one of the team's top defensive players, to not be on the field for the Super Bowl. Among those, he showed up a day later than teammates because he was sick. Remember, he was not at opening night. That was a factor. I'm also told that during practice this week, he really struggled, had a rough week of practice, perhaps because of illness, but maybe because of other things. That was one thing that they had to consider in putting Eric Rowe out there instead of him. Then I'm also told there were some other issues, disciplinary issues. There was a small or minor violation of team rules that happened earlier in the week. That is one thing. And then there's some attitudes, frustrations as well. All of this combined and put Malcolm Butler not on the field with his teammates trying to win the Super Bowl, but on the sideline watching.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. Police gunshots fired at South Portland house car. Let's take a listen to the video from WMTW News 8 Maine.
In this incident, but police say there was damage to a car. Last night, this all happened around 9:30, somewhere between. Good news, no one was hurt in this incident, but police say there was damage to a car, a home, and a storage shed. And according to police, from that damage, they were able to prove that shots were fired last night. This all happened around 9:30, somewhere between Pearl and Elm Street. We don't know which home was targeted, but several neighbors reporting to police hearing those gunshots and then seeing a vehicle just flying out of there. Police believe the suspect, who they're now looking for, headed toward Broadway. Officers did clear the scene a few hours ago, and this morning they haven't released much more information. But, of course, if you have any idea who may be involved in this, or if you were in that area around the time of this all happening, again, this all happened at 9:30 last night, they are asking that you give them a call. For now, we're live in South Portland. Kathleen Jordan, WMTW News 8, back to you.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And now let's take a look at your U.S. markets and see how your U.S. markets closed for this Tuesday evening. And here's a look at the markets this evening. Your Dow Jones Industrial Average closed in the green and went up. Your Nasdaq closed in the green and went up. S&P 500 closed in the green and went up. CNBC IQ 100 closed in the green and went up. Gold closed in the red and went down. Oil closed in the red and went down. US 10-year closed in the green and went up. Euro/USD closed in the green, in the red and went down. And VIX closed in the red and went down. That's a look at your markets for this evening. Dow closes 567 points higher after crazy market swings. After two huge sell-offs in a row, U.S. stocks were all over the map on Tuesday. Investors blamed the wild moves on a combination of interest rates fears, computer-driven trading, and obstacle violating funds that uses leverage. Trump threatens another government shutdown over immigration. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
This is the 2018 Matan Classic Collection lineup. New classic style 13s, 17s, and 21s built right here in New England by the restoration leader, Matan Marine. Come see the new great retro boats along with Matan's latest restoration in the Matan booth number 191 at this year's New England Boat Show, taking place at the Boston Convention and Expedition Center. Meet the creator, Mike Borelli, along with the host of Shipshape TV, the G-Man. Opening weekend, Saturday and Sunday, February 10th and 11th. Meet the new legend in New England, Matan Classic Collection.
So as you know, we can't do a job. These incredible professionals at the table cannot do their job unless we change really the legislation, and we're going to get it done. Frankly, I'll go a step further. If we don't change the legislation, if we don't get rid of these loopholes where killers are allowed to come into our country and continue to kill gang members, and we're just talking about MS-13, there are many gang members that we don't even mention. If we don't change it, let's have a shutdown. We'll do a shutdown, and it's worth it for our country. I'd love to see a shutdown if we don't get this stuff taken care of. So we have to strengthen our borders, not by a little bit, but by a lot. We are so far behind the time. And by the way, the world is laughing at us because they can't believe these policies. They don't have it. I could name 15 of them right now. No other country in the world has what we have. And we're going to get it stopped. And if we have to shut it down because the Democrats don't want safety, and unrelated but still related, they don't want to take care of our military, then shut it down. We'll go with another shutdown.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Tuesday evening, and I'll be back with another newscast tomorrow morning. Good night, everyone. Bye.